This weekend at UWSP is the opening weekend of the Theater and Drama Department's production of William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Director Stephen Trevelyan Smith encourages people to attend and says that the performance will be different than most.
What we're actually doing is what you don't usually get to see very often these days. Everybody does some weird, wild science fiction, space, Old West, Victorian, whatever version, and ours is actually being set in Elizabethan costume, which is the way the original would have been done.
According to Trevelyan Smith, most productions aren't able to be put on the way this one is.
If you have a chance to see it, you should try to, because usually people don't have the resources in order to do something as beautiful and as period correct as we're doing. So if you get the chance to see it, you may not get the chance to see it done this way very often.
Okay, make sure you take
Sylvia
your shoes,
Bond,
okay?
an actress in the production, talked about her experience acting in a Shakespeare play.
So Shakespeare is really interesting to work on because it's very academic in the way that you have to approach the text, and you have to know what you're saying, and you're speaking in a way that obviously we don't normally speak in. So it's different in that way, but in other respects it's very similar to what we do now, and it should be very similar to what we do now, which is like talking and listening to the other person, which sometimes you go to a Shakespeare show and you don't see that with people. They're just reciting their lines.
Bond says that even though Shakespeare can be confusing, audiences will be able to track the story.
Even though we're talking in this heightened language, everyone should be able to figure out, oh, this is what they meant by this line. And I think we're doing a wonderful job with that. I don't ever feel lost in what people are saying. I know what they're saying and why.
Trevelyan Smith spoke of the enormous size of the production.
Well, there's 23 students cast in the production, which is great, but when you count all the designers, I would say there's somewhere, and also stage managers, somewhere between, 40 or 50 people working on the show, including in front of the audience and also backstage, and like I said, design. So it's a huge project that a lot of students are working with, which is great. We have students from the theater and design department from all over Minnesota and Wisconsin, but there's also people working on the play from as far away as Oregon and Pennsylvania, because we now are a nationally recognized program and we get students from all over the country.
The play will also include a few tricks along the way.
We're throwing a few twists in that I won't give away until the audience comes and sees it. So there's a few little modern touches here and there, but for the most part it's being set in Elizabethan Elizabethan times.
A Midsummer Night's Dream will be shown in Jenkins Theater this weekend and next weekend. For SPTV, I'm Noble Rundman.